Good afternoon. It's Celeste at Astrology by Celeste. This day, we just had this big lunar eclipse, and this day is going by so fast. Hey, Ben excuse me, Ben. Hi, Ben. Hi, Katie. Hi, Grace. Hi, Solantra and Julie. Okay, let me invite, I'm a little skedaddled, as you probably can tell, because I've been rushing around doing stuff, but I'm so excited to have this conversation with, yeah, hopefully she can, hopefully she can get on. We'll see how this goes. I thought I sent her instructions. Well, Mercury's retrograde, so it's going retrograde today, so there can be some delays. We're going to have this cosmic conversation, but let me use my iPad to give her extra instructions. Uh, where is she? Hopefully she got it. How? I am on now. Oh, she can't join. Are you following me? Okay. Well, I'd like to hear how people are doing so far with the lunar eclipse. Has anyone had any revelations? I had a revelation today that I need to write my book. So I'm going to get started writing my book. Yeah. Okay. Can you click my picture? She's having trouble joining. Hey, Manifestor, you're in the Dominican Republic. How exciting. What's the weather like there? Yeah. So that was my revelation. This is a time where we should be, yes. And I'm going to write it in a way where it's like has my take on, like yesterday or the other day, I started writing about the dignities, but in a way where I'm framing it like, because I used Oprah and Gail as the example in terms of Oprah is in dignity. So each planet has a planetary strength. And so when a planet is at home, it's in it, it can do what it does with ease. It's like a person in their own estate. It's someone who's very comfortable expressing the energy. Why can't she get on? Oh, I bet it's warmer than Toronto. Hmm. Ah, she can't get on my live. Yeah. I should be at the top. Okay. I don't know why she can't join. Okay. So I'm going to talk, talking about astrology through the lens of things that are going on historically now. I think it's like it's just starting to formulate. And this is my eclipse story because the eclipse is in my third house, and the third house rules the mind and communication, and it's conjunct my Pluto in Virgo. So it's like, yeah, yeah, I got to think more about the Pluto. Well, I know what that is. I've been thinking with this lunatic in the White House's behavior is just, I was going to ignore him, but you can't ignore him when he is attacking California, as he calls it, and doing all this stuff in the world. These tariffs are ridiculous. Yeah, so you can't ignore when you go to the grocery store in 2 months and a banana's $15 or whatever is going to happen. Yeah. Mm. I don't know why she can't join. This is so weird. Oh, there she is. Okay. Now, Michelle, you should be able to click the plus camera sign in the bottom, and then I can accept you up. Yeah. So see the plus camera sign in the bottom? I'll try to invite you again. Uh, okay, I invited you again to come up. You should be able to come up. Today, Mercury stations retrograde, so delays in communication are on point with what is going on. And the struggle to figure out how to get on the live is totally in line with this. Yeah, I was trying to ignore him, Ashley, but I mean, it's hard to ignore, especially with this now. The big story of the lunar eclipse is what's going on. This is so weird. I've never had a problem with someone getting on. You don't see, let me see. Huh. I don't, maybe, I mean, do you have an old version of Instagram? Do you need to update Instagram? I have invited you up. Oh, it says you're unable to join. Mm. You know what? Maybe we should go to YouTube. Mm. I wonder if maybe we should go to YouTube and do it there. Yeah, or redo it after the Mercury retrograde. Yeah, maybe it's just not in the cards for today. Well, let me know. Put in the chat whether you want to go to Instagram. I mean, whether you want to go to YouTube or do it another day. Yeah, maybe we should just do it next week or something like that. That's what retrogrades can bring. And then I can pull cards for people today instead. Yeah, that maybe that's what's best for today. Yeah, yeah. Go make sure you have the right Instagram. Come back if you want. Oh, enlighten me to me said YouTube. So yeah, let me know, Michelle, and we can do this today because people might like a meditation today. Yeah. Okay. People have different opinions. Let's agree. Okay, we'll do it another day. It just wasn't meant to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull cards for people. So if you have a question and you'd like an oracle card or tarot card, put the question. It's best if you can put it in the question mark, and then I will pull cards for people. Right now, I have. Let me get some other decks too. Okay. Right now, I have Colette Baron Reed, who I love. Her guides of the hidden realm. This is a great one. So the first person to ask a question. Okay, enlighten me. Enlighten me. Did you want a card? You said, is that your hand up? Yeah, that was clapping. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Enlighten me. What is your question? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Angelisa, for the badge. Yeah, you can get me a badge. Ah, okay. So Patricia asked the first question. Is it a good time to change jobs? So for that, I'm just going to use a tarot card for the Light Seers Tarot. And I've got Colette Baron Reed's Hidden Realms and Kim Cran's the Archetypes deck. But for this, I'm going to pull this. Okay. Let's see. let's see. Changing jobs. So this is for Patricia Woods. Good time to change jobs. Well, with the energy, it's best if you wait until Mercury and Venus go direct. So that will be after April 12th, because if you do take a new job, just make sure you understand, like, I wouldn't fall for the okie doke and they say, okay, you start at this, you start at 20, and then in 6 months, we're going to give you 25. Well, that could be the money is delayed, but use your intuition, trust your gut. I pulled the Page of Cups. So this could be, the Page of Cups, this can be a nice, this is a nice energy, like, who is this messenger coming to you? But this is like when pigs fly. So I don't, the when pigs fly, is that meaningful to you? This to me would be a time to, like, think about your resume, rewriting it and doing it and getting ready to make the change. But a dreamer, serendipity, new unexpected trajectories, magic and synchronicity, and open heart. Yeah, there's serendipity. So maybe, in general, retrogrades aren't the greatest, but I would have to look at your chart to be sure, but to change jobs. So, but this is a really positive card about serendipity. So sometimes the energy is not perfect. And maybe you took the job you're in right now with Mercury retrograde or Venus retrograde, and it really is the right time to let go of that. Maybe your start date could be when things are direct, but I want you to use your intuition. You got Page of Cups. There's when pigs fly, because there's a little pig flying over here. Does that have any meaning to you? And just be mindful. Underneath it all, the Four of Cups upside down. This one is right side up. It's a card of discernment. Are you really bored with where you are? Is that why you're changing jobs? So this is a big emotional story for you. So I want you to use this retrograde. Yeah, so the shadow seer of this Four of Cups is focusing on the negative, pessimism, a time to practice gratitude, a gentle nudge to stop complaining. So think about, does that have meaning for you as well? So I hope that helps, Patricia. Okay, we're going to do Grace, Manifestor, and Angelisa. Okay, so Grace, whatever your guides want you to know. So I'm going to do the guides of the hidden realm for you. This is Colette's. Chris Ann did the first deck. I love the Light Seers Tarot. What do your guides want you to know, Grace? At this lunar eclipse, where something's all supposed to come out, we're releasing something. It's a great time to considering your health. Like, I was thinking about getting some pizza because I had a busy day, but instead I made a nice salad. Yes, I did. Because I'm like, that's not healthy. I don't need any pizza. I said the last thing this man is going to do is make me fat, and I've been eating too much bad stuff as a way to cope. And I've gained 3 pounds, and that's not acceptable. Okay. Let's do Grace. Okay. Oh, Grace, I pulled full moon eclipse, but I pulled it upside down. So let's see what it says. Full moon eclipse. This is what's happening today. So I'm going to read you the card on top and on bottom. Okay, full moon eclipse. The key concepts are intensity, removing internal obstacles, and confronting self-identity. The full moon in eclipse reminds you it's a time to fully and absolutely let go of what was to make room for something new. So what do you have to let go of? That's a Virgo nature or the house you have 23 Virgo in your natal chart. Virgo rules health, daily routines and rituals. And like maybe what ingredients, is there anything like, do you drink diet soda or something you shouldn't be doing? Is there some like something that you need to get rid of? Yeah, or staying up late at night scrolling on the phone. We're going to put the phone in the other room and go to bed. You know, think about these sorts of things. Yeah. Mm. Consider whether the path you're on is really in alignment with your truth, observing how you identify and what you think you desire. Do you want a certain experience to redeem you, make you more worthy, or show you the world how great you are? Have you had the same dream for so long you haven't considered another? Reflect on your direction and identity you've constructed around your small self. When you take a detour or a path to something you thought you wanted, could you see this as a gift? So what detours in your life were actually gifts? Mm. What else is possibly rising up from the void? Who are you really? You are not what you want or what you have. You are so much more. Stop and assess and be willing to walk away from what no longer serves you. I love that. So we know it's about this eclipse. So the eclipse brings up hidden things. What's underneath it? All eyes are open. This is upside down again. So maybe are you not following your intuition in some ways? Because when this is about clarity and inspired vision, okay, so this clarity inspired the power of imagination, exposure, revelation. So something is coming where there's going to be something exposed to you is what I'm getting. And but there's something you need to let go of. So I want you to journal, figure it out. What do you need to let go of? Okay. Manifester wants to know what to expect in the month of April for fire signs. Huh. I'm going to do an archetype deck by Kim Kranz for that question. What to expect in April for fire signs? Fire signs in April. I'm going to pull a card for Aries, Leo, and Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then I'll pull a common card for all three. Okay, fire signs. April. A lot, I can tell you that. Aries. Oh, shoot. The fault line. Oh, what is going to be cracking open inside of you, Aries? Because Neptune is going into Aries. So you are going to, the things that were hidden are going to be revealed. When Neptune comes into the sign, it's going to blur lines, and then the fault line. Well, earthquakes or something, that's a big deal. Yeah. What is cracking open within you? There's going to be a solar eclipse at 9 Aries. Where is that in your chart? That house. There's going to be some new start. This is where Mercury went retrograde, where Venus went retrograde. It's not a secret to you. There's things coming up about what you desire, Venus, how you partner in relationships, how you spend your resources, what you value, and self-esteem issues. And like Aries likes to go it alone. Right now, we need other people. So there may be some cracking open or Neptune of dissolving of, oh, I got to do everything myself. Oh, I don't want to ask anyone for anything. Ooh, you might have to with the way things are changing in this new reality. So that's what, yeah. And think about what are the cracks in your life, and this is what you can be thinking about right now with the lunar eclipse in Virgo, because Aries and Virgo are signs that are in quincunx. There's a 150-degree aspect, and it's in your blind spot. So the Virgo stuff is in your blind spot, and it's in your house of health. So something may arise, your health, things that go wrong with our health, routines and rituals, employees, people who live on your land, if you have a tenant. What else is the sixth house? Worries, service, yeah, small pets, yeah. And then Aries, like, how are you going to take action from what comes up emotionally during this eclipse? Yeah, what falls? And you can think about Virgo can be like fixing a foundation. So you're like spackling in the fault line. Okay. Ooh, Leo, the animal. Ooh, what is the animal? I got to read that. Oh, let me give you the keywords for fault line. Ugh, I love this deck, but these Roman numerals kill me every time. Fault line was the fissure, the crack, and the weak line. Yeah, you're going to figure out, it's going to expose some of the weak lines. You're going to learn how we're all learning about managing our energy. I was in such a state with my sister on the phone about, okay, so this is 19, card number 19. How annoyed I was about all this kind of stuff. Okay. The beast, the wild one, the she-wolf. Ooh, Leo. Okay, now. Leo may be getting really creative because Neptune and Aries is going to be in a trine with your Leo placements. Trines are smooth, easy flow. We are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through the archetype, we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means awakening our relationship to nature in its most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from the waterfall, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. Manifestor, I don't want you to opening your eyes underwater when you're swimming in the Dominican Republic. So don't listen to that. Eating berries from the vine. Now be careful with berries. You can decide, you can't, don't eat a berry from a vine and get sick and then be coming to me talking about, I ate the berry from the vine and now I'm sick. No, you have to use your common sense. Okay. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants soil under our nails and starlight on our skin. If this sounds unsophisticated to you, take note. It was said when Buddha became enlightened. He roared like a great lion. Well, we got a certain Leo rising who's a ding-dong animal, but I don't want to go down that road. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is it's awakening the animal. This is what's going on in the country. There's a fault line. The animal's being awakened. Somebody set fire to a Bayer, the Bayer aspirin, that company. They also bought frickin' Monsanto to that person's house. Monsanto, which makes that DDT or whatever. Monsanto's poisoning us constantly, in my opinion, for entertainment only. Monsanto, go to hell if you think you're going to sue me. Yeah. I think we're going to see more of the Pluto and Aquarius, the people rising up against those that are, whatever, hurting people, just like that CEO from that Luigi did what Luigi did. Yeah, we're going to see more of that, like taking action against the elites who yeah, this is Neptune coming in Aries. Oh, it's all of it. Yeah. And this, yeah. Gnosis for Sagittarius. for April. What Gnosis is about, like truths. What truths are coming to your conscious attention, Sagittarius? Sagittarius is the truth teller. Let's see. Can I find it in the book? That's 50, 60, 75. Oh, no. Is that right? Yeah, Roman numerals are great, but I don't know. I just find it harder than. God damn. I'm sorry. I found it. Innermost knowing, mystic truth. So, Sagittarius, this is a great time that you're going to learn things from other people because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and it's Gemini. It's in Gemini, it's opposite you. So, I want Sagittarius, you listen with an open mind and see what comes up for you over this time. But true knowledge is not found in facts and figures, it's through the felt experience. Yeah. So what mystical truths are coming to you? Ooh, and the group card for you all is the tear. So, the tear. Maybe some emotional, maybe emotional, but that's the message. Okay. So, I hope that helps. What, Angelisa, what do I need to know about this illness right now? What does Angelisa need to know about this illness right now? I'm going to use Colette's Guide of the Hidden Realms. What do you need to know about this illness right now, Angelisa? Well, Virgo rules the intestines and Aries rules the head. So, is it in your gut? This makes a lot of sense with Virgo. Is it in your head, like headaches or anything, or eyes or ears or nose? Because that's what the eclipses are activating. With Mars retrograde, I got this bump in the inside of my ear and I couldn't even put my ear pod in. Mars station square my moon in Aries. Direct. It's going down now, but I had a problem in my head. The doctor thinks it's just a pimple. Okay. Angelisa. What do you need to know about the illness? I pulled the true source of power upside down. So this makes me think it's Aries. Is it something going on with your head that's coming? Is it anxiety, Virgo, bringing this problem up to the surface? The true source of power, divine will, integrity, power versus force. So let me read this to you. 18. When something, someone, or an experience is withheld from us, we don't always know how to take no for an answer. Ambition can take over and we push against the closed door harder and harder to no avail. We think willpower alone can make things arrive faster and in the exact form we wanted. It's seductive to think you can cajole and manipulate your way through the world, but in the end, even if you got what you wanted, you'd rarely be fulfilled. You might not have a full understanding of the consequences of having it all and the responsibilities it may require. Do not chase after what is unavailable. Find an open door. The universe has been trying to show you this is not the way. Life and love do not have to be so difficult. Wow. Well, that's an important message for you. Think about what is your true source of power. Think about what doors do you continually push on, because you are a go-getter. That that is like, ooh, all this yang energy. Underneath it all is Epiphany, sing at dawn, upside down. When planets are retrograde and Mercury stationing retrograde today, it can be about, oh, is this Michelle? Was she able to join? No. Okay. It can be about, the cards tend to come up upside down. So epiphanies sing at dawn is the aha moment, epiphanies and awakening. Sometimes you overthink things and chase answers until you are completely exhausted in a state of analysis paralysis. Have you, and I think that might not be the key story. The key story to me is, well, Virgo's analysis paralysis, but the key story to me is, have you made up a story around a situation or had a heated conversation with someone who isn't actually there? You could sabotage what you are trying to create. Stop ruminating in self-induced anxiety, which often has no basis of reality. Now is the time to let it be and take attention away from your dilemma. Write a letter to the divine and hand it over. I feel like you're writing a letter to divine. I think something about your father needs to come out. So I feel like that just keeps coming in my head. I have to say something about the father. So yeah, there's some story about the father that's related to this. So I don't know if the illness is hereditary or there is something, but there's something about pushing on doors. Is there any fear around doors or locking doors is what comes to me. Yeah. Okay. Hope that helps. Oh, and I told people to put in the question marks, so let me do these. Ashley, what can I take away from losing my baby brother unexpectedly? Oh my God, Ashley, I'm so sorry. What do I want to use? I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. What can you take away from losing your brother unexpectedly? It's so weird. The Nine of Cups jumped out. That's about, maybe it pushes you to make your dreams come true or take action on your dreams. It shows you how short life is. Let me pull intention. I like to pull intentionally. Okay. Ooh. So I pulled the Tower. So it's a tower moment, you've been broken open. It's like, oh my God. The Tower. It's one of those things. Tower moments can wake us up in some way. Unexpected change, chaos, the rug being pulled out from under your feet, beliefs challenged, new awareness and perspectives. Destruction of being unsoon of who you are. So new awareness and perspectives is what I'm getting about, like, taking action. When buckle up and expect the unexpected, sometimes we resist change to the point the universe just shifts in destructive and chaotic manner that fundamentally changes how we see reality. There is strange beauty in this deconstruction, as all of the elements for a better life will be found amongst the rubble. All the elements for a better life. Something about losing your brother unexpectedly is going to jar you into some kind of action for yourself. And the Ten of Swords is upside down on the bottom. The Ten of Swords upside down. Oh, this is such a Ten of Swords moment. I mean, losing your brother. This is rock bottom. Yeah. Devastating loss, but recovery. Yeah. Remain open to love and joy as you process this ending, and look to the sunlight that awaits. Watching the sun peek over the horizon is the highest task of a bruised heart. I am healing every day. You had a tower moment, something totally outside of your control happened. And ooh, I think the Nine of Cups is the real card that, like, this tower moment, this destruction, all of this is going to, not tomorrow, but maybe in 6 months or something, you are going to do something that you've always subconsciously wanted to do in order to move your life forward. And it's going to be rooted in this tower moment where it showed you how fragile life is and how things can be gone in a moment. So take good care of yourself. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Valerie. Hi, nice to see you, Valerie. Second house is lit up. What am I not seeing? And what's available? Okay. So Valerie, your second house of values, money, resources. Like, in the second house also has to do with, I feel like, it has a Taurus influence. Taurus rules the neck. Stretching your neck. Ooh, this is what I'm getting. Something about stretching your neck up higher. So does that mean you're going to add things to your work that reach a different audience, a new audience in some way? Yeah, I think it's something about taking your work to a higher level. I'm using Colette's deck. Guide of the Hidden Realms for Valerie with the second house. Yeah, rise to the occasion. So there's something about, okay, so the second house, there's some, from a business perspective, it's about your income sources. And I know you have your own business. So, like, what are you going to add? Because there's this lunar eclipse in Virgo. Virgo is like thinking about, like, there's so much you know, it's so much you do, but there's something. Did you wake up thinking about anything this morning? It may be tomorrow morning. I want you to be journaling, like, or asking yourself about what's within me that I haven't shared with the world, but that people need. And I think that's what this is about, you rising up to the occasion. Okay, so you're looking at 23 Virgo, second house, and then that would put Aries. I'm just using 8, 9. Aries in the ninth. You, what are you going to teach? Something is coming up now emotionally. What do you need to teach? And that's what this is about, rising to the occasion. Capabilities, strength, authenticity, free will. It was that thing about, like, the ostrich or the something, the neck. What bird is this that is popping up? So I hope that helps. Karen, do I open my glamping? Are you thinking about a glamping business, like a camping glamping? I love that for you, Karen. Absolutely. You know how to throw a party. I went to your wedding and it was lit. So know that. So do you open your glamping business where people are going to come and have an experience and enjoy themselves and learn about, you know what? Learn about survival skills. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And there is something about, you know, you come into this life And the first thing you need to do is take a breath. And then all you think about when you're an infant is about food and health and being and shelter, being held. So that's like survival. Aries is about survival, the basics. So with your glamping business, I think you would want to also give like little, there could be something about you pretend women are in the woods with a bear and like little, you can figure it out, little things about making the experience something, because Saturn and Neptune are going into Aries. So like this fantasy world in Aries on the camping and the glamping. So you're in the middle of the woods. And although I hope you have a toilet and not, you don't just have to poop in the woods. That's so Saturn and Aries. But you like, you have this little bit of luxury, but they still want that experience of pretending like they're pioneers. Aries rules a pioneer. So what about it are you going to make feel authentic? And they're learning some kind of survival skills. Now I pulled the Six of Swords. So this is a transition card. And so this is about your glamping. Help arriving at the perfect time. Transitions, rites of passage. Like they're going to do rites of passage at this glamping thing. Healing, moving beyond trauma and shadows of the past, support for others, personal evolution, a spiritual transition or journey. You are moving through a period of realignment, and things can feel turbulent during these times of transition. Trust that a better future awaits you on the other side of this change. So when people come glamping, there's something more than you're just making marshmallows and you know, being in the woods, going to the bathroom in the woods. There's some kind of rite of passage, some transition that's emboldening, that's empowering, that's Aries, that these people are going through. So when they leave, there's some emotional thing they're carrying with them. So I like this for you. I think you would be really good at this. These experiences are profoundly personal. And you may feel all alone now. Maybe people go, well, that could be dangerous if they go alone and have to do a treasure hunt back. But there's treasure hunting. They're coming to this place where they're getting all sorts of treasures. Yes. Allow the gentle sport of the universe to move you through this ocean of evolution and lean towards silver linings on the horizon. Queen of Cups is on, like, this is an emotionally fulfilling journey. Yes. Thank you for the badge, Ashley. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And Angelisa, thank you for the badges. Yeah. So Queen of Cups. Yeah. So I think yes. And I think I said plenty. Okay. With collapse being on your mind, Ashley saying, while I understand it's slow, should I use my talents in gardening and first aid? Using your talents in gardening and first aid. Oh, I love that. Yes, we're certainly going to need first aid with what's coming, and gardening. Hello, you may want to be growing your own food if you have the ability to do so. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the people in the regime told people to buy a chicken and have the chicken lay eggs because eggs are so expensive at the grocery store. Even this English woman, Katie Kay, I do like the Rest is Politics podcast. I like the Rest is Politics. I like the Midas Touch podcast. Please subscribe if you like to listen to political stuff. I really like what they're doing, especially if you're on Spotify, so we can keep Joe Rogan off the top spot. Yeah, I like no nonsense, just telling it, but with a flair. I love the Ben guy. He doesn't mince words. Okay, so Ashley, first aid, gardening, using your talents. I love it. I love first aid and gardening. What you just said, gardening, Virgo, Aries feels like first aid. You know, people with strong Aries energy are excellent in emergencies. One of my astrology friends and colleagues, Karen, was a medical doctor, and now she's an astrologer. And she's got all this Aries, and she's an emergency room doctor. Mm-hmm. Page of Wands. So yes, I definitely think you should be using those talents. Um, mm. And I think a lot of people don't even understand the basics of first aid. So yeah, and is there plants that can be used for first aid? Yeah, this is what I'm getting with that you can, yeah. Now, yeah, you want to be careful with that if you're telling people to put anything on themselves, because you never know if someone's going to get a rash or something. But I do love you using those talents. These are both in line with the energy right now. If this is what you are passionate about, absolutely. So the Page of Wands, let me just read what it says around that. Okay. Explosive creativity, infectious enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, a newly found inspiration, honing a new skill or passion. Well, I don't know how else to say yes besides that. And underneath, Six of Wands, victory. This is a victory card, and this is also Mars and Leo is the Six of Wands. So yes, and maybe by Leo season, you will have the beginnings of a business plan and ready to move forward, or maybe more than that. But that says yes, and it's going to bring success emotionally, and maybe like money too, or just, yeah. It is going to, no matter what, there's going to be something positive that comes out of this. So I hope that helps, Ashley. Okay. Enlighten to me. What is next for me in partnership? Okay. What is next for you in partnership? I'm going to actually do an archetype card. An archetype. What is next for you in partnership? Enlighten to me. And if anyone who got a card, or you don't have to get a card, you could have gotten what's called a cledon. I learned this from Colette, where I'm talking to someone else and you think I'm talking to you. And I am. Like, the message is for multiple people. And it could be someone could watch this a year from now and get something out of it. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. It's like you could watch it and think I'm talking to you. Okay. Enlighten to me. Next in partnership. Ooh, the flame. Ooh, the flame. So definitely passion is next for you in partnership. Maybe it'll be someone who you steam up the sheets with. It's going to be a flame. It's up to you what kind of flame, because what are you going to seek and what are you going to tolerate? The flame could be anger, but we don't want that unless we do. But I would like it to be, to me, a better flame is passion, intensity, sexual chemistry, uh, aliveness. Yeah. This is the fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. So I think the next flame is going to be like butterflies in your stomach type of love. Yeah. But you don't want to just do that. You want to make sure, despite the butterflies, there's something there that's real and that's positive. It's not just that. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's temporary and it's just that. Yeah, never mind. Ignore what I just said. Maybe it's temporary and it is that. When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around the things you've forgotten and protect the flame no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman will call to you with the language of the flame. Maybe the next love will be a poet, a mystic, or a shaman. That is now, either for me, all three of those are really sexy. Yeah. When light, health, mental clarity, good digestion. When dark, excess heat and anger, complete darkness. So I want you to avoid calling in someone who's just an angry teapot. Yeah. The light, go deeper, read The Light You Give Off by Rumi. Gerard Richter's candle paintings. What's underneath it all? Ooh, the Starborn. Maybe you'll meet an astrologer, the Starborn. Maybe you need an astrology reading. You can book at astrologybyceleste.com. Yeah, that's what I get. The Starborn. Interesting. Okay, I hope that helps enlighten to me. Okay. Ah, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, good, Grace. Oh, some crazy truth in the card I pulled. Ah, yes. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, you think you need to get a journal? Absolutely, Grace. Get a journal. You're welcome, Patricia. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Time to roar and rule. The Indian girl says, thank you. You're welcome, manifester. Yes. Hey, Claudio. Yeah. Oh, you're a Virgo sun. So yes, this eclipses to your sun. This is a time where health things come up. Absolutely. So I hope that was help. It makes sense. Oh, good. Ah, oh, you're taken out with your health. Sometimes we have a health issue that causes us to stop, to pause, to do some self inner reflection before we can move on to the next. Ah, okay. Yeah, your emotions in your body. Yes, yeah. He's the one in the pit. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry about your brother, Ashley. Ooh, there be a Jacqueline? Could there be a message from my mom's husband who passed away last month on February 21st? A message from your stepfather. Okay. So Jacqueline, I'll pull a card. Yeah. I'm using Colette's deck. Okay. Okay, let's see. What is Jacqueline from your father and your stepfather who passed away February? I'm trying to think what was the astrology. That was that Uranian, that was a really rough. From January 27th, there was that new moon in Aquarius and Uranus station direct. And then we had that full moon in Leo. I pulled Emergence of Protection upside down. So let me read that. Emergence of Protection upside down. 39. The cards are setting boundaries, self-preservation, trusting divine protection despite temporary turmoil. Removing yourself from a situation can be an act of self-preservation. Despite your good intentions, things might have gone awry. Perhaps you wanted to help someone but ended up in a mess situation. Maybe the other person expected too much, or perhaps you did. You may not have set strong enough boundaries in the beginning because you constantly went into rescue mode or people-pleasing, which was more about your old ways of trying to feel safe, worthy, or needed than about the person. It's time to step back, step out, and step away. Release your need to blame, take responsibility for your part in the interaction, check your motives, and redirect your energy to cleaning up your own side of the street. Everything will work out beautifully as this choice is best for everyone. Remember that rejection is God's protection. So this may be your stepfather is telling you about healthy boundaries, protecting yourself, but also a call to examine when you're in situations where, think about rescue. Are you Captain Rescue? I want to say a broke ass fool or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's a lot of inner work to do about that topic. And you got the true power of source upside down underneath. And this was the same card I pulled for Angelisa about where your true power comes from. So think about that. So that's the message. It's about doing some, we're in a retrograde season. Venus is retrograde, so we're going back over relationships in our mind and thinking about them. Mercury goes retrograde today. It's thinking about the past. All like in this Virgo lunar eclipse, we're releasing something tangible, or it can be the eclipse, the moon in Virgo is reporting into Mercury and Aries, which is reporting into Mars and Cancer, reporting into, so family is coming up for a lot of people, Mars and Cancer family, which is reporting into the moon in Virgo. So there's this is what it's all about, the personal. It's all about the personal. It's not about societal or bigger things. It's all about the personal. The I serve as Virgo, so notice how people have been asking about their work and what they're going to do. And I am as Aries, people asking about their health. And yeah, but the Mars and Cancer, like this related to family stuff. Okay, thank you for the badge, Ben Brujo. Thank you, thank you. Yes, yes. Okay, let's see. Hi, La Morena. Yeah, the conversation I was going to have, Michelle couldn't get on, so we're going to reschedule it. It's so Mercury retrograde. We will have it. Technical difficulties. So I'm just pulling cards. Yes. Oh, good, Karen. You have a vision. I'm happy. Ah, oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, you're having your second Saturn return, Vivian. What do you need to know? What is your second Saturn return? Second Saturn return. I'll use Colette's deck for that. Your second Saturn return. Saturn returns, or when Saturn gets back to where we were born, was when we were born. When we're 29 and we have the first one, it's about taking on more responsibility, becoming more of an adult. People have their first big job. They move across the country. They buy a house. They have to take on more responsibility. like a parent passes, or it can be hardship that comes, or consequences, a lost job. Yeah. And then at 58-ish or so, we have our second Saturn return, where we look back over the last 29 years and are we happy with what we've accomplished? Do we want to make something? Did we earn the success? Did we put in the hard work? That kind of stuff. And the success, we're not talking about just financial, we're talking about success in all fashions. Okay. The river dances to the sea, being in flow. And this is upside down. Yeah. So the key words are flow state, trusting in the adventure. The river dances to the sea. Maybe you need to go on a trip to the river or the sea and do some writing as a writer. Okay. The gentle flow of the river can turn into rapids, suddenly thrusting you into dangerous waters. It's a rude awakening from the illusion that you are in control. Allow yourself to trust in the river spirits who have come to keep your boat afloat, and feel the exhilaration of this time of rapid transformation. The river will soon become peaceful again, and as things quiet down, you might just miss all the excitement. Trust and trust again. You were born for this experience. You will not drown. In fact, you'll wake up and discover a new awareness and appreciation of your journey. So do you have Saturn in Pisces or Aries? Because that feels like Saturn in Pisces. Like there may be something that's difficult, but, and it causes all this, but it's saying that, you know, you got to trust in the process. Flow state, movement forward, a quickening of events. So quickening of events. So be prepared. Something may be coming. Oh my gosh. And the bottom is a full moon eclipse. So this could be something, and it's removing internal obstacles, confronting self-identity and intensity. So if you're Saturn, this feels like Saturn in Aries, and this is Saturn in Pisces. So I don't know which Saturn you have. But yeah, this eclipse is breaking something open or bringing something to your attention. I get Saturn's the work. Saturn is boundaries, limitations, restrictions. Saturns are the authority. So you can think about, yeah, maybe something will come up with your parents that you have to, like you think you're going left, but oh no, they need you for something. And yeah, I always recommend, you know, with the second Saturn return, it's always important to get a health checkup kind of thing. Yeah, especially with the Virgo. Oh, Aries Sun conjunct Saturn in the 10th. Ah, yes. Yeah, well, I hope that was helpful, Vivian. Yeah. Amor Satino, any suggestions from Spirit on your thyroid cyst? Thankfully, it's benign, but it's worrying me still. Should I look deeper on the cause, or maybe a wellness or healthcare change? Thyroid. I'm just going to pull a tarot from the Light Seers Tarot. Well, whenever you have a health problem, it's like, oh my gosh, maybe I should make a change in health. The thyroid. I don't know off the hand. Let me look at ChatGPT. What does this thyroid do? Let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. What does the thyroid do? I mean, I know it regulates our hormones and some. It's a small butterfly-shaped gland in the front of our necks. It plays a crucial role in metabolism, heart rate, temperature regulation, growth and development, digestion, and mood. Oh, that's right. It's TSH. Yeah. The thyroid stimulating hormone. Metabolism. Do you need to exercise more? It's butterfly. What do you need to shed? Butterfly. Do you need to butterfly in some way? Or are you holding yourself back from something? The cyst could be very Mars retrograde. Did the Mars retrograde in Cancer? I always get pimples or things, and this time I got a cyst in my ear. Okay, what do you need to know about this health scare? Sometimes health scares wake us up about other things we need to do. Page of Swords. I got a lot of pages. These are messenger. Page of Swords. Restless energy, curiosity, a thirst for information, learning new things, an apprentice student, intellectual pursuits, ideas, reasoning, a messenger. Curious and intelligent, this page has a thirst for knowledge that seems unquenchable. She is incredibly quick-witted communicator, and she's often compelled to share her many ideas or messages with everyone. Like the thyroid in the neck, this makes me think about Taurus in the throat. Are you stifling things you need to say? Is there something that you need to say that needs to come out? Yeah. And at times she's so talkative that it becomes too much for others to process. Yeah. She suggests using an air of inventiveness in your current pursuit. Your goals will be met by walking a path of honest discovery, especially where others are concerned. I think this is just about a message about your communication, and or are you stifling what you need to say, or are you talking mindlessly? And I think it's about, I'm feeling more like, is there something you want to be writing or journaling about? This is what you can do. Mercury's retrograde, the 15th through the April 7th. That was what you can use, journal on that time. The Eight of Wands is slow down, upside down, because it's upside down. Eight of Wands is a movement card. Upside down, it's about delays, so slowing down. So this may be what you're not seeing. Maybe you need to slow down and write stuff down. Yeah. Burnout, our tendency to hesitate. So there's something about your communication or something. So I want you to think about that. The throat, the butterfly shape of the thyroid. What do you need to release? Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Oh, you just bought your seeds. I love it, Ashley. Hey, Jen. Hey, Jenna. So good to see you. Oh, you love the Midas touch. Yeah, me too. Yeah, they're great. Ah, okay. You don't have to leave Texas. Oh, thank you so much for the badge. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, every transit can be a benefit. Thank you, La Morena, for recommending a reading with me. Aw, thank you, Manifester. Yes. Oh, big hugs, everyone. You have Mercury and Venus and Pisces. So Mercury went retrograde in Aries, and it's going back into Pisces. What do you need to wrap up? And then they're going to start going back into Aries. So there's work to be done in the Pisces area of your chart. Yeah. So for Vivian, it's, oh, thank you for the badge, Vivian. Oh, I'm so glad it was helpful. Yes. Maybe you are keeping too much in, or Satino. Maybe journal and write it down. Like start writing about what, and maybe be like what you put out, and maybe on the other side, ooh, what is needed to come out, or is there things in the middle, or you can use repurpose and add to what you've already done. Yeah. Restlessness. Okay. Hey, Rose. So good to see you. Ah, I got that. Ah. Oh, you've been in an editing frenzy all day. Yes. Okay, so Alam Marina, any card for me with Aries at 6 degrees during this work? Well, this is a big deal for you. Venus went retrograde 10 Aries. Mercury and the eclipse on Mercury at 9 Aries. That's happening now, tomorrow, or today, later today, depending. And then the other thing is this solar eclipse is going to be near your ascendant. So what does La Morena need to know about all of this? I feel like you need an archetype card. The ascendant is your physical body, your identity, how other people see you, the Aries, and Neptune's coming to you're going to feel, Neptune goes into Aries on and you're going to feel it, even though it's not going to get to your ascendant for a couple of years. You're becoming more porous. I want you to get a full checkup if you haven't had one. All your blood work, it's just good to do. So you have a baseline if you haven't done it recently before Neptune goes into Aries, or right at the beginning. Because things may come to your attention that, ooh, I better work on, want you to get your eyes checked. The Aries rules the head. I need to get my eyes checked too. Okay. What is your card? I'm shuffling forever. I don't know why I have to shuffle so long. It's exhausting. I pulled the mentor. So maybe are you going to be a mentor? Be or get a mentor. Be or get a mentor. Ooh, underneath it all is the mother. But let me read the mentor. I'm trying to discern. Do you need to be a mentor or do you want to get a mentor? The mother being underneath makes me feel like you have gained skills where you could be a mentor. And this is what this eclipse is starting you on. It's one or the other. You pick. Maybe both. Maybe you need a mentor to how you be more of a mentor. The teacher, the sage, the guru. What do you need to teach? It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is of service for the greater cosmic good and aims the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. When light, focused, clear, bright, remains a student. When dark, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous and rigid, go deeper. The riddles of Zen masters and their students. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expressions feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason. Although it's true that parents are our initial teachers, the child will eventually seek a mentor figure outside the home for their growth. So if you're always looking to your mother, maybe look to outside, or you wish your mother could be a better mentor. There's some story about mother and mentoring, but I like the idea. Yeah. You can always come for another reading if you want to go deeper, but think about that. Hopefully that made sense. Oh, you need it. you feel like you need it, well, you can always come. I do mentoring, coaching, where you can book like at a discount 3 readings or something or more. I think 3, 6, and 12. I have choices where you get a bunch of sessions, and then we can work on whatever it is you would like to work on. Okay. We're at the top of the hour. Yeah. Oh, you do want to. Okay. Yeah. So come, you know where I am, astrologybyceleste.com. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry the conversation didn't happen the way it was planned, but I will reschedule with Michelle and we will talk about hypnosis. Okay, maybe on YouTube since we had this problem on Instagram. Okay, take good care. Hey, Vernon.